The news hit the baseball world like a perfectly launched fastball, clocking in faster than Addison Barger's 100-plus mph throws from the hot corner. Kazuma Okamoto, the undisputed slugging king of the NPB, had agreed to a massive 4-year, $60 million pact with the Toronto Blue Jays, fundamentally altering the competitive balance of the American League East.
But here is the immediate, shocking truth hidden beneath the headlines. That $60 million was paid not just for his bat, but for the right to dramatically reshuffle a clubhouse that, until that moment, had been clinging desperately to the past. Welcome back to 601 Daily News, where the deepest cuts in baseball are brought to light. And today, we are dissecting the Blue Jays' massive, high-stakes gamble on Okamoto, a move that demands immediate World Series contention and has already created undeniable tension in the rotation and the infield.
Let's begin by establishing the sheer gravity of what Toronto acquired. Okamoto is not merely a power hitter. He is an absolute production machine, having posted 6 consecutive seasons of 30 or more home runs, securing 2 batting RBI titles, and leading the league in dingers in 2023 with a career-high 41. Even in an injury-shortened 2025, where he played just 69 games, a small sample size as some analysts insist, his performance was historic, boasting a 1.04 OPS and a weighted runs created plus that soared past 200. Now, inevitably, the skepticism has arrived. The projections from esteemed sites like Fangraphs paint a cautious picture. Around 130 games, a .230-.250 average, 22 to 27 home runs, and a WRC plus barely scraping above 110. But to accept those numbers is to ignore the historical adaptability of elite NPB power. As one veteran scout, who insists on anonymity, noted, if you look at his 2023 barrel rate of 17.5%, a figure that would place him in the top 5% of MLB hitters, you realize those projections are terrified of the unknown, not of the talent. Expect 35 home runs and an OPS above .820, minimum. Okamoto's immediate designation as the starting third baseman, batting 7th, is the crucial pivot point. His arrival solidifies a power-heavy lineup that includes a resurgent George Springer at DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at first, and the terrifying power of Anthony Santander in left field. But the immediate question is the fate of Bo Bichette. Okamoto's acquisition makes a Bichette extension seem practically impossible, freeing up flexibility for the organization. Yet the counterargument is fierce. Why prioritize a foreign third baseman over locking up your homegrown star shortstop? The answer lies in the subtle defensive geometry of the infield. The Blue Jays needed an anchor, and the flexibility offered by Ernie Clement at second and Andres Jimenez at short, utility guys who can shift, is only achievable if third base is a secure, high-output position. They traded an internal salary headache and positional rigidity for stable, high-level production, argues veteran baseball journalist Kenji Sato.
Okamoto is the cornerstone that allows them to juggle the defensive limitations of Guerrero and the offensive needs across the middle infield. This aggressive, calculated push for offense is mirrored perfectly by a truly historical overhaul of the pitching staff, revealing Toronto's World Series or bust mentality. They secured high-level arms in Dylan Cease and the experienced closer Tyler Rogers. But the core drama unfolds around the existing rotation pillars. First, there is Kevin Gausman, the unquestioned ace, now in the final year of his massive contract. Gausman is a player defined by respect for the game's legends, evident in his widely publicized reverence for Ichiro Suzuki, whom he met, bowed to, and referred to as a GOAT alongside Derek Jeter. Gausman embodies the high-standard championship mentality Toronto needs. Yet the Blue Jays organization has been simultaneously grappling with severe internal chaos, primarily centered on Jose Barrios. Barrios, the former rotation stalwart, was famously demoted to the bullpen late in the 2025 season due to poor form, subsequently suffered an elbow injury, and then, in a dramatic escalation, left the team entirely during the World Series out of frustration. Barrios, who still harbors WBC aspirations and has a crucial opt-out next season, is the ticking time bomb of the club. This is where the plot twist arrives.
The move that transformed the Blue Jays' season trajectory from fragile to formidable. Shane Bieber's $16 million opt-in. After returning from Tommy John surgery, Bieber showed flashes of his 2020 Cy Young form, particularly in the postseason with a solid 3.86 ERA across 5 appearances.
Most analysts, factoring in his age and the likelihood of returning to full health, predicted he would immediately test the free agent market. His decision to stay, a $16 million commitment to the Blue Jays, was a shocking display of faith in the organization's direction. Bieber's retention alongside Gausman, Cease, the Savage-performing rookie Tracer Savage, and Ponce stabilizes a rotation that was dangerously reliant on Gausman's right arm. One source close to the clubhouse called it the $16 million miracle, stating that opt-in didn't just save them money, it signaled to every player, from Guerrero to Okamoto, that this is the year. The pieces are set. The internal conflicts regarding the lineup have been resolved, albeit controversially, by the steady presence of Okamoto. The pitching staff, despite the underlying Berrios tension, is stabilized by the unexpected loyalty of Bieber and the acquisition of Cease. Okamoto, the powerful third baseman, has landed on a team that came one agonizing out away from World Series glory the year before, only to be denied by the unforgiving nature of the sport. Now, with a reinforced rotation, a deeper lineup, and the NPB's leading slugger, the pressure is immense. Can this Blue Jays squad, anchored by Gausman's respect for the past and fueled by Okamoto's explosive potential, finally achieve the ultimate championship goal that has eluded them? The Toronto front office has completed its high-risk, high-reward strategy. The ball is now entirely in the players' hands. Thank you for watching this deep dive on 601 Daily News. If you found this analysis compelling, please make sure to like the video, share it with your fellow baseball fanatics, and subscribe to 601 Daily News for more expert commentary. What do you think is the biggest remaining hurdle for the Blue Jays? The pressure on Okamoto, or the volatile situation surrounding Jose Berrios? Let us know in the comments below.